Everyone looks at Alex Hormozi and thinks, if I train like him, I would just look like him. But that's actually the wrong way to think about it. I have been training for 13 years and I coach busy entrepreneurs who don't have his time, his schedule, his goals, and that changes everything. In this video, I'm gonna be reacting to his full body workout that he did with Chris Williamson and why his routine works perfectly for him. But it could slow you down depending on what you are trying to achieve. Let's just have a look what you should take from his workout and what you should just leave behind. All right, guys, I'll just be playing the video here for you. I'm gonna be watching with you and I'm just gonna be make some reactions and just see what he says in if that really applies for our everyday life and the good takeaways that you can take out of this video.
Theory behind starting a second calf raises.
So can I bring calves?
Of course. How could I forget?
Yes, I think he's very good about this point when he says that he starts his workout with calves. Calves is one of the muscles that I have to work the most in my body as well. And I think he's totally right about starting from them because you gotta start with your like weakness points.
I have started with calves for more than 10 years now, straight. And the reason for that is because calves are my weakest body part in terms of like proportions. So isn't this nice?
I definitely agree with him. And I do the same with my workouts.
That's something.
It's meant for two.
It is kind of
It's
cute.
a funny system.
It is kind of cute, yeah.
That's correct. So I actually train my body in reverse order of weakness.
When they buy it.
Like my reverse order of my like worst body part to best body part.
Okay.
Awesome. I love to see that he always does like that because I think we got to start with our weakest point. Because if you just waste our energy in our good points when you start our workouts, when you get to the weakest point, we are not going to have the same energy as we did in the beginning of the workout. You know what I mean? So it's important to know which part of your body really is lacking strength. And you can just start from them. You know, that's the best way to go.
If you go ground up, legs wise, it's like your calves are nice and warm, and then I do hamstrings next.
Yep.
And so our knee joint's gonna be like nice and locked up.
Yeah.
So that when I actually do a leg move, I feel pretty good. When I put them first and then I doubled the amount of volume and I did them in every workout rather than like 2 times a week, that's when my calves started to really grow.
I think
Calves is just one of those muscles that you can really work a lot. You know, it's really hard to grow calves and you can do them basically every day. You know, I do them every day and it's too hard for me to grow them. So I think his approach to that is really good. But it doesn't work to all the muscles. It's just a reminder, don't do that for the muscles. It's just really calves, the one that he's mentioning here. And I agree with him.
I think that there's something definitely underrated about starting a session with a real low investment movement. It's like no one's ever going to say no to another set of calf raises. Like, I really don't want to train today.
Yeah.
Well, start under the edge of this thing. You're actually converting me. You're actually converting me.
I mean, like I've been doing this for 20 years. So like I've done iterations. I've been doing this for 10. Like I haven't changed it because it's like, it's right.
I've heard you say that you do just one body part each session and just consistently get volume in. Is that still the same?
100%.
I don't think that many people have the same approach to training that Alex does. Not many people begin their workout with like 100 repetitions on calves, and not many people do the exact same routine every single session, full body.
Yes, so it's not normal for people to start with calves like that, but if it's really your weakest point, you really want to grow it, I think it's a good approach. And like they're saying here, I think his workout, it's always full body workouts every single day, but I don't think that's the best way to go, especially what your goals are. He does that because he's very jacked, he's very big, and he doesn't want to grow anymore. So that's the point, you know? So he's not focusing on grow more. He's just focusing on maintaining. It's just to be like the way that he is. And one good point about doing these full body workouts that he does, it's quick. He doesn't have to go to the gym all the time. And he does the full body workout, it's very quickly. So he has to go from one exercise to another all the time. So his heartbeat always stays high, and he doesn't really have to do cardio, because the cardio that he's doing, it's basically the workout that he does, because he's not basically resting all the time. So his heart rate is just like a minimum of like 120 beats per minute, which just keeps us that range of zone 2 cardio, which is just like really good for the body to do like that every single week, So I think that's the main goal of his body workouts that he does.
Things after this will feel great.
Yeah.
Because your calves always get involved in hamstrings. So it's like pre-fatigue the calves and then it'll only be hamstrings.
Yes.
Pre-fatigue calves and hams and it'll only be quads right here.
Yep. Very nice.
Hams?
Yeah, I like his approach about like start with calves and then just maybe warming up hamstrings and legs. Some of the workouts that I do, I think it's just, I like to start with the calves with that way, because it sends a bit of the blood to the legs, it just starts sending blood to the legs, which means that the body knows exactly what type of body you're going to be working out. So when you start with the calves, some blood is being sent to your legs, and it's just kind of like warms up the hamstrings and also the quads. So I think it's a smart move.
Sure. You want to do seated or lying? We'll do seated.
Sure.
No,
So I would
no lumbar.
always, if I was ever doing seated hamstring curls, I would always superset them with leg extensions, always. Because for me, I'm like, why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I?
Why wouldn't you?
Well, why wouldn't I?
Because then I'll be out of breath.
But I thought that the supersets, I thought supersets were cardio.
I would if I was trying to get in better shape.
Today's not cardio day.
No. In between sets is camera time.
Understood.
And when camera's not here, it's rest time.
By the way, I love the way that he sits in the chair, like in the the seated leg curl like that. I love this approach when he puts his body forward a little bit, because it gets the most stretch of the muscle, So I love to be doing like that, because that's the best way for me, in my opinion, to do that.
Put your chest up. See the stretch? Now lean forward even more. Yeah. Arch your chest more. So the stretch of your hamstring should catch you. Yep. There you go.
Yes, I love how he puts down his pad into his knees, and the way that he leans the body as well, So for me, I love to do that. I've been doing that for so many years as well, and the best way for me to do leg curl.
It stretches the shit out of it like this. And then also keeps the tension the whole time on your hamstring.
Yep.
So you don't have any rest.
Whereas if you're back,
Love it.
Kizzy, how many variants there can be of one movement where you think, well, I'm totally fucking locked in. But then if I go here, and then if I go here, but then if I don't go here,
Totally different.
yeah, crazy.
It's actually a cool mechanical drop set that way. So you start with your toes out,
Yep.
and then you basically go neutral and then
Easy.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the way that he said that it's really changed the position and how your muscle is actually working, because when I'm doing like the leg curl, which is just like basically this similar movement to the seated leg curl, but you're just like laying down on the pad. And when I just put my feet, like your toes out, it's kind of like it becomes harder for you to do the exercise, It feels like you stretch more even the muscle. So I love this point that he's just mentioning here. I never really use it in the seated leg curl, but in the laying leg curl is one of the things that I like to do that, because I feels like it gets more of the muscle.
Putting this there. Yeah. How would you feel more work?
Yeah, I think it's just workout, just machine here is something that I haven't really seen very often, but it seems to be like more a leg press, and I think he's just doing a little bit too fast, in my opinion. I think he could be doing a little bit slower, and so that's what I'm saying. Sometimes this type of workout, it's a little bit different from what I know, but it's just I would be doing a little bit slower, you know, concentrating more on trying to do the exercise a little bit in a better movement.
What's the keys here? Any?
So do this right before we start. Push your shoulders like forward, not back. Forward.
So where do you want to have them sit?
As far out as you can. Yep.
Got you, okay.
Nice. Most people have smaller medial and rear delts. So I pretty much just exclusively train medial and rear. I don't even train front. Not my deficiency. Not my constraint. Not my problem.
Yeah, it's a good exercise to be doing. This rear deltoids is just working this part of like your deltoids in the back here. That's not a really common machine to be found at the gyms. My gym is just like a very good gym, and I haven't seen that type of machine in there. But the way that he is doing is just like he's putting his whole arms forward, and he's just pulling like that for the deltoids. What I normally do when I do just deltoids, example, like in the fly machine, I just put my chest forward and just do like that. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't be doing like that, you know?
Come on.
I like the movement that he's doing with his elbows. He's actually putting with the elbows like that. He's not really putting with the arms, you know. That's the same movement as you do like lateral raises. And you don't really pull with like your hands. I like the way that he's doing here, you know.
Yep. So
How heavy is this?
one arm. Yep. Yeah, one arm. Yep. I try to lean my hip out so you get a bigger stretch. You'll see. Yeah,
Are you on under?
yeah, I'm under.
Under? Here? Here?
Yeah. And then just wedge yourself in.
I like this movement. I like this type of exercise. We call like this supine pull down, I think. Just the way that you just grab your hands into the machine. And I like the way that he says that to do like a big stretch, I think you get the most out of your back. So I think it's good. But it's always good to just keep the position of your back like that, like Chris Williamson, you know. So you just put your chest forward, bring your scapula, just close your scapula in the back, and just do the movement like that. Big stretch up, and just like squeeze that in the bottom. So you get the most out of the exercise for sure.
Funny.
Yeah, he just kept his position. Alex Hormozi kept his good position while he was just like doing the first repetitions. But you can see that it's just like the last ones, he was just trying to pull a little bit more. And I'm totally okay with that in the last ones, that you feel like you just don't have the energy anymore. But if you can just get 2 or 3 more of the movement, even though you're not doing that in the very perfect way, in the very perfect movement, sorry, I think that's totally fine, you know? I always like to do that. When I feel that I can't really pull anymore, I just try to go like, you know, 1, 2, and even 3 if I can. Even if I don't keep myself in the same position that I was when I started doing the exercises, you can still grab your 2 more. Amazing.
There you go.
I actually think that this bag is a very good physical representation of your life philosophy.
Yeah.
So I think it's incredibly transactional. It's like just does the thing, even if it's not what it was designed for, it actually does it better than something else might.
It just looks like those bags to carry tools, trades, you know, electricians, carpenters, plumbers. It's really type of Alex Hormozi.
Yep. Yep.
I can see that he's just doing the exercise again. I think he's not doing like, unilateral where he's just doing one arm in another. He's just doing both right now. If I were in his position, I would be doing another exercise rather than just doing the same one, but now with like, doing with both hands because they're doing basically the same thing. That's just a personal opinion, and I would be choosing another exercise to do. Maybe like some rows or anything like that, not just pulls down, but that's just my preference, what I would be doing in his position.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that smokes.
It's one of the problems of training with Alex, somebody who has a very dialed in gym routine, but for him, he doesn't train his chest. Doesn't train his chest because he says his chest doesn't need to grow anymore. Some of us don't have that problem. Might have been nice to have done some chest today, but look, and I meant his.
Yeah, I've seen some people taking this approach, if one of his muscles, they're just too big, they just don't work it out anymore, but I don't think that's going to be our case. It's just, my chest is one of the best muscles that I can see in my body, but I'm still not that big to be like Alex Hormozi and not really train my chest anymore. So I don't think we are most of the people watching the video now are going to be in the same position, So you're going to have to be doing the workouts like a normal person, not like Alex Hormozi taking chest out of your schedule. So don't worry.
Town.
All right.
Make sure that chapstick's nice and secure in case something traumatic happens during these biceps.
That's my sunscreen.
Oh, I see. Interesting.
Yeah. And Caleb, you see the pocket for it? On the side? Oh, yeah. Meant for it. Meant to be. All right. So I just move them forward like 2 inches. And then you get the full stretch.
Yeah.
It's just significantly harder. And you get a mean pump. Am I doing it right?
Yeah, I think I love his idea, but I wouldn't be doing that on the seats like that, upright. So what I normally like to do, I just put the seat on the 45-degree angle so I can have the same stretch and I don't have to bring it just forward like he's doing. So when I just put it at the 45-degree angle, I just keep my biceps doing the same type of work, but I feel like that I can lift even more, you know what I'm saying? And that's just my preference, I can see that he's just doing the same type of movement and the same methodology, but I just feels like I like to pull the seat on the 45-degree angle and just do the same movement.
So fun fact, I tweaked the shit out of my tricep 2 months ago. And then rather than take off, I just went to the lowest weight I could on this machine because this is the machine I tweaked.
I really like to do that. It's just it's the same movement that we do some triceps pull down as well, but as we're standing up. But when you're just laying down like that, you're not gonna be able to actually use your body to pull the cable lower. So what I mean by that is you're not gonna be able to steal any of the movement from the triceps, you know what I mean? And sometimes when you're doing standing up, you just stand like that, do the pull down, you would normally use your body to trying to pull the weights down. But then when you have that, you don't have your body to help you. So you just put all the weight just right on the triceps, and that's awesome. And I would love to have the machine at my gym, because I just don't have it. But I think that's the reason that he's doing like that. If I had the machine like that at my gym, it would be good. And I just love to see that he's doing it.
Tweaked it on. And then I've just been adding 10 pounds every week. And now I'm back and it doesn't hurt. It's the best way I know how to rebound. But it'd be weird.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's more like, how can I keep this angle as acute as possible and then get it. A lot of stuff.
Yeah, like I said, it's just there's the same movement as the pull down, but on the machine, and then you can't really steal anything. You just put all the weight to the triceps, and that's good.
Like warm-ups is not like super definitive. It's like stretching. There's like bodies of evidence on both sides that like first. Like when I do back, my brachialis gets hit. Yep. And I will, without trying, over time cycle things in. And if I ever identify that I have a weakness, like a clear visual weakness, then that moves up as a workout. Like I'll really prioritize. Otherwise, I'm also kind of at like the point in my career, like I'm not really going to gain any more muscle. So it's just like I stimulate, that keeps what I've got. Try not to hurt myself. Do that hopefully until I die.
Yeah, that's what I said at the beginning of the video. You know, I think he just trains to maintain his good body that he's got. You know, so that's why I don't think that is just like the best type of workout to do, in my opinion. You know, if you're just like trying to gain a little bit more weight or try to lose weight or whatever, I think the best way to go there is just have a division of workouts, just a plan with like 3 days going to the gym, doing pull, push and legs, something like that. And the way that he does is just to maintain his good body that he's got, you know. So that's the point of like doing the full body workout. It's just not for everyone. Yeah, guys, I just wanted to do this reaction on his workout. One of the points that I would like to say to you here, this is not the type of the workout for everyone to follow. He's just doing that just to keep his body, and it's not really recommendable in my opinion, you know, to do this full body workouts. If you're just going to the gym like once a week, maybe 2 times a week, you can do that. That's not how you're just gonna get your best gains from, you know. So I wouldn't recommend you to do that. And I think the most important point about the video, I think he's just start his workouts with the weakest point, and I think everyone should follow that. If you see if you got like a weak point in your body, you should definitely start from that, and so you can actually get the most energy to put on that muscle that is your weakness. So I think this is the most important point about the video. And I hope you liked this video, you got some value from it. Let me know in the comments what you thought about the video, and if you want me to do more like that, just please send me write in the comments what you thought, and I'll see you on the next one.